walk. I must be near 100 right now. Feels like it should be a lot more, right? Because I've been coming up here for... Jeez, how long? How long have I been coming? Almost 6 years. 5.5, 6 years. If I come up every week, you'd think that would be 250, but I'm only showing 100 on my playlist. Maybe it's because I didn't put them all on my playlist. Oh, but probably it's mostly because I didn't start doing the videos till later. That's it. Okay, we got it all straightened out. Time for some water. Okay, here we go. Oh, a little stiff this morning. We have a fair bit of rain this week. some nice blue sky coming up. Boots are coming undone. Okay. Oh yeah. Living water. It's a great thing. It's a great thing. I think so. Anyway, back in a sec. Hey, how's it going? Oops. Oh, there's my pole. Whoosh. So I got a pole, I got an umbrella, I gotta hold the camera. I need just one more arm. Would be great. Anyway. Yeah, so we're having an interesting couple days. It's some rain. It rained every day for the last few days, and probably get some more tomorrow. We'll see. It looks like it's going to clear up after that, but we'll see. But a fellow that just said that where I meet the road here is a homestay. A really nice guy. His brother has a place near me. He's saying the temp's going to drop like 3 to 5 degrees after it, so I'll be loving that, eh? Whew, be seeing my breath. Anyway, I actually saw my breath this morning too. Onwards. Yeah, anyway, about the weather, what's really interesting that most people probably aren't aware of is that the jet stream, the northern jet stream is right over us, right? Like in a normal world, that jet stream is where I used to live in Canada. More or less, it waves up and down, right? But more or less, that's sort of the southern Canada, northern U.S. area, I think, you know. And then it would rise and fall and move and shit. But right now, the jet stream, and same similar latitudes over in Russia and whatnot, Europe. Right now, it's right over us. That's something. Anyway, the jet streams have been crazy for a long time, like many years now. Maybe I'll put a link that I use. Earth Null School actually is a really great site to see weather patterns in formation, and you know, it's absolutely in the moment, right? Super interesting. But I have my link set to the jet stream, northern jet stream, to see how it's changing and stuff. And the idea is that because the difference in temperature is less, that the amount of waviness, and the jet stream slows down, and so the waviness of the jet stream becomes much wider and also crazy. Like sometimes it's just like, it looks nothing like a jet stream, right? The one over Antarctica tends, from when I look, it's generally more often more normal, right? But then Antarctica is really cold, and anyway, it's the northern one that we're concerned about, I suppose. Yeah, maybe I'll try to remember to put a link on that. It's very interesting, you know. And if there's weather storms brewing up near you, you can see that, and you can take the measurements from different altitudes and stuff, and you can move it around, speak globe. Anyway, yeah. So let's see now. What's on the scoop for today? Yeah. Yes. Oh well, I think the big thing for me is like everything's just crumbling, you know. The narrative. The overused word, the narrative. It's like it was inching before, like even a month or two ago. It was just, it's been really obvious to me and some other people I know that it's very much has been in motion. Well, really from the start, it was really obvious that there was weird things going on. But anyway, now it's just like, it's like fall. I use the term house of cards pretty much every day now. But, yeah, so that's happening. And I think with Boris Johnson saying they're giving up everything, mandates, vaccine passports, everything. Obviously it's a political ploy because they got caught with their pants down, right? But who cares? It's all been a political ploy anyway. Like this, you know. Well, anyway, I'm not the first one to say there's been very little about health to do with this mess, right? Anyway, so that's happening, and we'll see how that reverberates, right? But I'm going to make a semi prediction, and the prediction is that I think that the Fauci ouchies will not get beyond their EUAs, and their EUAs, I think, for most of them have another year, and I think they'll even be pulled this year. So basically, no approval. EUA, emergency use authorizations, right? My guess is that they'll be pulled before the end of the year. But you know, it's a pretty like, well, I don't know, but that's just in my head. So I'm putting it here as a reference down the road, so I can go, "Told you so." Anyway, we'll see what happens. But anyway, there's very deep stuff going on all sorts of levels, right? That go beyond anything resembling a pathogen, right? So it'd be nice to have the break, but I have to say, I don't think if it does break, it's not the end of it, I think, you know. But anyway, it'd be nice to have just to breathe again a bit, as it were, right? Anyway, but I've been, you know, of course, when I go on these walks, I always sort of like, oh yeah, this is the real here. But I've been feeling very, you know, generally speaking, oh boy, slippery and steep to walk on the side. I have to judge every step in this little bit. Actually, most of the bits, you have to look at every step. It's really got Like, okay, 1, 2, like I've got 4 maximum, 4 footwoods apart, maximum, right? For most of this. It's quite narrow. And it's not like I'd fall over a 100-foot cliff or anything, but a lot of it's pretty straight down, right? Anyway, but I love it so. Oh, here we're by this beautiful tree with mutual support tree, and living out its life, you know. Anyway, so yeah, so I think that's gonna happen. But we'll see. I might be perfectly willing to admit my incorrect thinking on that, because you know there's a lot of pretty powerful stuff going on. But anyway, the stuff coming out even from the companies makes me think that they're starting to reel back, right? Mind you, Trudeau and whoever that asshole is in Quebec, man, Legault or something, they're still full on, right? Here's what, okay, here, tell me if I'm wrong. This is just what I'm thinking. So like Trudeau, what was this, half a year ago? Bragging to the world, look at us. We've bought 400 million doses of these ouchies. 400 million for a country that's less than 40 million. And that's after most people already got the first 2, I think, anyway, or most. So, I don't know, I can't help but think, well, we bought them, we'd better use them. Suckers. Anyway. Yeah, so anyway, there's lots of stuff coming out. Yeah, anyway, I'm just sort of repeating myself again, as usual. It's like by the hour, I'm just like overwhelmed, eh? Like my email inbox is just like boom, 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 boom. Some of it's pretty far out there. Some of it is the sort of decimation of the human population kind of stuff, right? I'm paying attention. Let's just put it that way. Even Mike Yaden's going like, she said, I wonder if I'm going to get bumped off YouTube. I better... Was this a Rumble video? Maybe not. Maybe YouTube's even going to behave. Right? So we're going to be sent to The Hague for crimes against humanity. YouTube, Trudeau, Macron, a whole lot of them. Maybe that's Boris Johnson saying, hey, if I do this now, maybe they won't send me to The Hague. Interesting, did I say this in my last water walk? There's a huge study out of Brazil with, yeah, I did say it on the last one, prophylactic ivermectin, and really positive results, and the head doctor or researcher, should be a doctor of some kind, I guess. Oh, this is leaking again. Ugh, see that down there? They had it jammed in there pretty good. They need to glue it up, not just shove it in with a bunch of rocks. Anyway, that's okay. She really said this suppression of, and they're dealing with ivermectin, right? So, but not just that substance, but she thinks it's a literal act of genocide, you know? And frankly, I agree. I actually agree with that. What do they say? 500,000 people in the States alone could have been saved? Think of the heartbreak of all those people that wanted to see their loved ones as they were dying in the hospital. They wouldn't let them in. I mean, these are classic tales, right? But they're not false. Meanwhile, I'm sure this is the spur that is changing England's policy. Maybe Wales and Scotland too, I don't know. But meanwhile, and they were just having a big party down at 10 Downing, right? So, I mean, we all know they're all hypocrites, but I mean, come on. Got to make a little bit of a show, you know? Anyway, yeah, so that's my thinking. We'll see. Like, somehow I think, like, within a half year, but I just don't know. have no real clue, but that's what's in my head, right? In terms of time-wise. But timing is always difficult to show, and who knows? Maybe they'll just approve them all, right? The problem is that the issue is that for the EUAs to exist, there can be no treatments, right? And it's so obvious that there's lots of different approaches to treating people successfully, like really successfully. Very few deaths, very few hospitalizations, etc. And I mean, they should never have been given. In my opinion, they should never have been given. Maybe at best, they could be used very sparingly for people in serious health problems. You know what I mean? The usual. I don't know. I mean, Malone is saying he's wondering even if in that case they should have been not been used. But anyway, for in terms of mass use, I still think no. And Tess Laurie's been saying that for right from the beginning. Actually, she says, "Don't do this. You know, this is insane." Well, money to be made, I know, but and of course Geert Vandenbosch has been, you know. Geert Vandenbosch has been very vocal about the risks involved. And, you know, hopefully this latest thing is going to bring it to a close of some sort. But yeah, it ain't over till the fat lady sings, apparently. Anyway, yeah. But other than that, things are great. I'm finishing off the guitar. It's going to be gorgeous. A classical, and I'm gonna start up a new classical soon. Actually, I'm collecting have pretty much all the materials now for it. So I'll be starting to glue tops together and backs together, and I have a new side bending jig machine, really beautiful. It was a big investment, but it was time, you know. And so I'll be using that for the first time. So this guitar that I'm just finishing off now will be the last of the sides completely bent over a pipe, you know. It's sort of sad. It's the old style, but I still have it though, so you know. I felt like, anyway, I won't go into the technical details of why it was a good idea, but I do believe it is. Yeah, so next instrument's going to be another Indian rosewood, East Indian rosewood. Back and sides and an Engelmann top. Bocote bridge. This one's not for sale because it's a commission, so that's good. I love that. And I'm doing some special things on that, and I'll document it on my webpage, I guess. And I'm gonna do it like a sound port on the side, and also a kind of armrest thing for some interesting reasons. So that'd be an interesting. I love challenges, right? So that'd be great. I'm sure it'll be really work out well. And other than that, I don't know, just keep going with Kendall, beauty. Everyone's doing great at Lana. Man, it's just so wonderful to see these kids. Like, it's like every week, they're just like boom, 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 right? And like, and actually, you know, all the kids know all the kata, right? Like Frank Kendall people. You know, like if you're first kyu, you learn the Kihon kata, they all know that backwards and forwards. And then first dan, what is it, 3? The first 3? Yep. And then second dan, I think it's 5. Third dan, it's 7. Then it's... No. Shoot. I think... I can't remember. I think it's... I should know this, right? Anyway, they all know there's 10 with the short sword as well. So all the kids know all of them. They're doing great. I mean, it's obviously refinement is needed, right? They're just young, but they know it. So they're good to 6th, 7th dan in terms of knowledge of how it goes. So anyway, got that done. Like these 14-year-olds can do their 7th dan. Do you even do kata at 7th dan? Anyway, I think you do actually. Their 7th dan kata, you know, no problem. Making a ham sandwich sort of thing. Anyway, but that'll be a while away for them, I'd say. Anyway, off we go. enough blabbing. First half is all birds and stuff and water. Second half is me blabbing away about what's coming, or maybe not. And so let's let it go. Enjoy the day. Get out in the sun. Breathe beautiful air. Drink living water if you can, I'd say. And à la prochaine. See you later. But I don't mean à la prochaine in the Macron sense. I mean it in the or the Quebec Premier sense. I just mean it in the true heart of it. I hope I never see those guys again. Ciao.